Hi everyone, this is Aurelian from the core team, and in this session I'm going to cover the roadmap for the future evolutions of the node. In the previous session, we covered how the most recent updates to the node were setting up the foundation of the testnet. In the fourth quarter of 2020, we will keep building on top of version 0.3.6, aiming to achieve the full potential of the testnet. As a reminder, the only way to run the blockchain component in the Node app currently is to follow the blockchain and record a local copy of the distributed ledger. Therefore, our first step will be allowing supernodes to actually participate in the consensus algorithm. For that purpose, we will build features such as submitting and writing transactions to the blockchain and validating transactions submitted by other nodes. The testnet will be a platform to run experiments as part of the revision stage of the network. To achieve this, we will set up the centralized layer, which will allow us to assign simulated data, run experiments, and run stress test scenarios. What this concretely means is that we will be manipulating the consensus graph in order to make sure that the network is still performing correctly under various conditions. What if some nodes are offline? What if the network is under attack? We want to make sure that the network is still able to achieve consensus in those situations. Now, in order to determine if an experiment is successful or not, we also need to know the effects that our experiment setups have on the network health. This means that, along with the centralized layer we will be using to run the experiments, we will also be building a real-time network health data collection mechanism. Once supernodes functionalities are in place, we will select and invite more supernodes in the fourth quarter of 2020 to participate in the consensus algorithm of the testnet. We will invite supernodes based on the node availability statistics that we have been collecting so far. In the future, more nodes will also be selected to follow these supernodes. If time allows, we also hope to build some part of the testnet actual testing infrastructure. Let me give you some examples. We may build a block explorer, which will enable users to view the transactions that have been recorded on the blockchain. We may build a faucet, which will enable users to receive some test currency to their wallet in order to play with the testnet transaction capabilities. We will need actual wallets to enable users to submit transactions and manage their funds. And finally, one thing we may want to have is transaction requests, which will enable a user to request funds from another user. The purpose of all of these tools is that we want to build a complete testing environment so that each individual node is able to play with the full testnet capabilities. Finally, in 2021, as more supernodes and nodes are added to the network, we will keep experimenting and address any scalability issues that may arise, and we will do any work that's necessary for the revision stage of the consensus algorithm. Once the testnet has enabled us to validate that the consensus algorithm is performing correctly under various conditions, we will start building the mainnet. It will be very similar to the testnet, but this time it will be the real thing and it will be connected to the actual balances of the pioneers. Thanks for watching.